Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mooney's Accounting Academy. Today I will explain about Introduction to Accounting. This is the first chapter in accounting. So let us begin the journey of accounting. Accounting is a subject like any other subject. You know, there are so many subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, medicine, law, engineering. There are so many subjects. So accounting is also a subject like that. And accounting basically deals with a business organization's calculation of profit or loss and its financial position. So just let me tell you something about these things. Every subject is designed with some basic purpose. You take up physics, there is a subject matter in it, and why the subject physics is to be studied. Similarly, chemistry, why to study chemistry? Law, why to study law? Similarly, why to study accounting? This is the question to be answered now. So for this question, let us discuss why to study accounting. See, basically, you know it, the businessman's goal is to earn profit. So he should know how much profit or how much loss he incurred on his business at regular intervals. Please try to understand what I am saying. Every businessman's objective is to get profit on his investment, on his business. So at regular intervals, he has to calculate his profit or loss. So for this calculation, please try to understand, for this calculation of profit, accounting is used. So here I will tell you in a very simple words to make the concept clear. I will give an example. Suppose a person is suffering from fever. Then he should know whether the fever is 102 degrees or 100 degrees, 104 degrees or 99.4 degrees or 98, whatever it is. So he should check up how much is that fever. Basing on that, the treatment also differs. Similarly, when a businessman started his business, he should calculate his profit or loss. So that's why I have given an example to you now as how we are measuring the fever by using thermometer. Thermometer is a device now which you are using to measure the fever. Similarly, accounting is a method that we are using for the calculation of profit or loss of a businessman. So for the beginners of accounting study, normally you would like to know, when was this accounting developed? Who developed it? How many years back accounting was developed? So my dear friends, you should understand one thing, accounting was developed very long ago. Even 3000 years back, 2000 years back, accounting was there. The accounting historians, means the people who study history of accounting, they conducted the research in so many parts in the world, and they got the evidences in the Egyptian civilization, in the Roman civilization, even in our India. Accounting was used very long back. When the business was there, that means accounting was also there, because accounting's purpose is to calculate profit or loss. So that means in one or the other way, the accounting must have been used even in the earlier days. Please try to understand. Businessman's objective is to calculate, is to earn profit. So for this calculation of profit, accounting has to be used. So that means accounting was used in one or the other way even in the old days also, even the ancient civilizations. I will show you some pictures which we got through the internet, and which was the clear evidences that accounting was used in the earliest civilization. You must have seen the images I have shown to you. So this was the clear evidence that the accounting was used even in the earliest civilizations. And over a period of time, from the ancient civilizations till today, accounting is developed into a full-fledged branch of knowledge for the calculation of profit or loss of business organizations and its financial position. So what is this profit and loss, and what is this financial position? So profit and loss, you all know it. Of course, I need not explain much about profit or loss. But what is this financial position? Financial position means calculation of assets and liabilities. How many assets a business organization has and how many liabilities the business organization has. So calculation of these assets and liabilities is known as financial position. And accounting is also described as language of business. This is very important thing you should understand. In all the textbooks you will have this sentence, accounting is the language of business. So what is the meaning of this? So I will give an example for this. Suppose you want to speak to a person in France. Imagine he doesn't know English, he doesn't know the language you are speaking. He knows only French. But you have to communicate with him. Then what is the next alternative? He doesn't know any other language. So you should know French language. Then only you will understand what he is saying. Otherwise you don't know what he is saying. Similarly, business organization's language is accounting. Business organization's language. So that means business organizations speak in accounting language. So when you know this accounting, you can understand what they are saying. This is very important thing for the beginners in order to understand the concept of accounting. When you come to about the definitions of accounting, accounting has been defined by AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. This is an apex institution in America which defined accounting. Accounting has been defined as an art of recording, classifying and summarizing the transactions and events in terms of money which are of in part at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. This is the definition of accounting given by AICPA. And not only AICPA, American Accounting Association has defined accounting. There are so many institutions and so many authorities on accounting defined accounting. So just let me give some idea about this definition. Accounting is the process of recording the transactions. So what is recording? Recording means just noting down the transactions. Transactions means any event that is happened in the business organization. So basically accounting is used to record, to note down the transactions, that means the events that are happened in the business organization. It records all the transactions, it note down the transactions, and with an objective. Please try to remember that objective. Objective of accounting is to calculate the profit or loss. So it starts recording the transactions. Okay, transaction means event. Anything happened in the business organization, that is called transaction. But one thing, not every transaction is recorded in accounting. which are in part at least of financial character. So just you need some explanation here. I will give an example to you for the transaction. Suppose a customer has come to your shop and purchased some 1500 rupees items and he has given the money to you. This is a transaction. This is an event happened. After the customer left, suppose some other customer has come and he started inquiring that whether you have this particular commodity in your shop. So suppose you say that, sorry sir, I don't have. And suppose he reacted, and if he says, what is this? Why you don't have these items? Suppose he started shouting at you and you are also reacting to that and you are also shouting at him. And there is a big fight. This is also an event happened and a memorable event in your on that day for you, because when almost all at the beginning of the business transactions only you have got this type of customer. He irritated you, he shouted at you, you shouted at him. So this hangama happened. This is also an event, but it cannot be recorded because this is not expressed in terms of money. This is not having that financial character in it. So this is what you have to understand. So all the transactions that are happened may not be expressed in terms of money. So whatever the transactions that you can express in terms of money can be recorded in our accounting. Okay. So when you purchase furniture, right, that you can record. When you purchase computers, you can record, you can note down. Accounting records the transactions which are expressed in terms of money, and the transactions which you cannot express in terms of money, accounting cannot record it. So those transactions can be ignored. Love, sympathy, affection, managerial skills, talent, competency. Understand, these are all the qualitative features, of course, which cannot be recorded in our accounting because all these things cannot be expressed in terms of money. I hope this is clear to you now. Basically, accounting is used to record the transactions for the purpose of calculation of profit or loss and assessment of your financial position, right? And then accounting records only monetary transactions which are expressed in terms of money. Okay, so as far as the accounting's advantages are concerned, advantages of accounting basically helps to calculate profit or loss. Second, it helps to assess your financial position, that means your assets and liabilities position. Then accounting replaces memory. Please try to understand. Accounting replaces the human memory. That means human memory is limited. You cannot remember each and everything that is happened in our life. Certain things you forget it. But in the business organization, if you forget certain transactions and some events that happened in your business organization, then your financial position will be disturbed. You cannot calculate your profit or loss. So that's why it is better to record the transactions. And it's a very common sense point. Suppose you want to just bring some 2 or 3 items from market. Please try to understand. You don't need to write these 2 or 3 items on a piece of paper because you can remember it. Whatever your mummy and daddy says to you, you bring these 2 items or 3 items, then they will give you money and you will go and you will bring it. So for that you don't need to record these on a piece of paper. Imagine, suppose your mummy has asked you to bring some 15-20 items. Then what do? You will say, mummy, I will record, I will note down. I will note down on a piece of paper. So you start noting down what are the items. All these 15-20 items you will note down and you will go to the market with this list. Why? Because our human memory is limited. Our human memory is limited. You cannot remember all these 15-20 items. The same thing is with accounting also. Whatever the transaction, there are so many hundreds of transactions take place in a business organization. How a businessman can remember all these things? It's a very difficult thing. So it is better to note down. Okay, and it helps even in the taxation, calculation of taxes also. So there are some advantages of accounting. As far as the limitations of accounting is concerned, the very important limitation that it ignores the qualitative features of the business organization, businessman, qualitative features. That means affection shown by a businessman, love and sympathy shown by a businessman. So these cannot be recorded in accounting. And I hope you have understood this first introduction topic. What is accounting? Accounting is basically a subject that deals with the calculation of profit or loss. Okay. Next, accounting is used from the ancient days also. It is not a new subject. Then accounting definition given by AICPA, I explained to you. Then accounting language of business, that also I explained to you. Fine. Accounting advantages and a few limitations we have discussed. I hope this topic is clear to you, and for some more information and continuation of our accounting study, please watch my videos and subscribe the channel. Thank you.